and aptitude required to be a journalist?
I think that to be a journalist, you have to be curious and interested in the stories you write. You can have different personalities. Some people are very aggressive, and they might, if there's a bunch of reporters, they might get to the person they're interviewing first.
Okay.
But you don't have to be that aggressive. If you're not, you can do other kinds of stories. You have to be a little bit aggressive. You might have to call people on the phone several times, or like try to make things happen. But mostly, you just have to be very interested. And when you're interested, you ask the right questions, and then you get the right answers, and then you have a good story.
So what kind of training do you actually require for becoming a student of journalism?
All kinds. I mean, you need the skills. You need the technical skills. I'm a writer. My background is in writing. And I'm just now learning the multimedia stuff. So you need the technical skills as well as the the academic skills, so that you can be interested in that.
Just a few minutes back, you just said that newspapers are dying in DC. Yeah, I was just overhearing that. So, what kind of tools you use apart from newspapers, apart from internet? How do you, give the information to the people there?
Well, I think it's true. I read that in India is one of the few places where newspapers are growing.
Yeah.
But in the United States, newspapers you constantly hear about newspapers going under. They're going out of business every few months. You hear another one that's like been around for 150 years, and now it's going out of business. But often what they do is they just switch to an online version. So at least in the United States, it seems like more is going online, and there's more need for multimedia. And I think to be a journalist, you have to do everything. You can't. In the past, you could just be a writer, or you could just be a photographer, or you could just be a film person. But now you really need to be able to do everything. And I think going into the future, you have to know how to do all of those things. They're not separate anymore.
That means you want to say that you need to be versatile in every aspect.
You definitely need to be versatile in all the subjects and all of the different kinds of media you need.
All right. So start. Yeah. Just a few minutes back, you took the interview of our student, Vishen. How was it like?
I thought he was very good. He was very clear about what he needed to know and what he was learning here. Then he sounded like he was learning, getting a very broad education in all the different subjects, and even when he talked about what he might go on, eventually he wants to be a big director, but for starting, it sounded like he could go and be a cameraman, or he could go and do some kind of production work, or there's lots of different jobs in the field that he could do to start out, and that's important because at the very beginning you just need any job. So the fact that he could do
to get into the field,
when you're starting out, yeah. And then I was telling another nice thing about these that your first job is once you're in a company, you can look at all the people around you and see what other jobs there are. Maybe you didn't know about a certain direction you could go in. So it sounds the most important thing when you get the first one is to be able to do many different things, and then whatever the job is, you can still apply.
Anything you want to say about our academy, RKFMA?
It looks to me like a really nice place. I've been here one day, and it seems to me like it has a very good feeling here, and it's the students I've talked to seem very creative, but also they know the technical side of things. The equipment here seems like the best, and I think it's a good place, and I would like to be a student here.
That will be. You're most welcome for that.
Thanks.
Any suggestions would you like to put in?
I don't have any. Yeah, I don't know. It seems pretty good.
Excellent. Thank you so much.